Don't forget, subscribe, like, and comment below.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Back to Focus with your hosts Kevin and Bell
and Asia T. Bell.
And of course we are we're coming back with another reaction video.
Yes.
But before we do that, for those who don't know, my wife Asia and I are book authors. We have written several books. My wife will start off with her title or book,
Queen. By Asia T. Bell.
There you go. And What If God Was the Sun by Kevin and Bell. These are theological books, spiritual books. Great read. For those who are deep into religious studies and want to learn a little more about Ottonism and what Ottonism is. There's a lot of rumors going around about what has been discovered over in Egypt in Tel El Amarna, and some of these rumors are very nasty rumors about the great discovery of Pharaoh Akhenaten, and we have been painted this nasty picture of Egyptians because of the stories that are in the Torah, Bible, and Quran about them being evil Israelite slave masters, I should say. But this Pharaoh was special. This Pharaoh was different, and we want to share what knowledge that we know and understand about who this Pharaoh truly was and who his wife was, Nefertiti.
Yeah.
And what Ottonism truly was in a spiritual sense. So again, it's great reads. My wife and I and our children, we raise our children up on it.
Yes.
And it's very modernized, very distant from the rumors that are going on about what Ottonism was back in ancient time. It's very modernized and it's very clear and understandable. For those who don't want to read these very sophisticated books written by these, like I said again, these religious scholars, but want it very simple and straight to the point, and want to truly walk the ways of the true monotheistic way of life. All right, so check it out.
You can check these books out on Amazon.com or Goodreads.com.
Yes. Do that. I mean, all right, so now we're going to get to our video, right?
Yes.
All right, let's check this video out. All right, with a young lady who talks about how women who have money shouldn't date men who don't have money, or if they do have money, don't have as much as they do, and the consequences behind it. Let's check it out.
Money doesn't work the same for women as it does for men. Money for men gives them control and gives them power. Money for women gives us the freedom to get away from the men with the power and the control. So when you spend money on men or when you do things financially to help a man, that's why it always backfires on the woman, because money doesn't work the same for us. We were not created to be the providers of men, for men. This is not our role. That's why it doesn't work for a woman who is a high income earning woman to be with a man who doesn't have more than her. You can get through and get over any situation concerning a man as long as you don't, number one, don't marry him and don't have no babies for him. Other than that, when you connect yourself with a man, and especially a resentful, petty ass man like a Sagittarius man, he'll go to no extent to try to ruin you. I don't understand why women feel like the more that they do for a man, the more appreciated they're going to be. No. The more you do for a man, a husband included, eventually he's going to resent you for what you've done, the help that you've given. It doesn't work the same for us. Why do you think every woman, a high income earning man, a woman When she gets divorced, that man tries to take her for what she got. Either he uses her for what she has or tries to take it in a divorce. Wendy Williams, Mary J. Blige, there are a whole lot of women who have suffered because they married a man who was not financially above them. Money gives men power. So if he doesn't have that, he has no power over you. Money for us gives us freedom away from the men with the money. That's why you don't financially provide, take care of, or help a man. Why do you think Oprah never married or had children for Stedman? She got it. She understood, even though Stedman is an attorney, he had his own paper. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to, when you're a high income earning woman, it doesn't benefit you to marry a man who doesn't have more than you. You can have him as a companion, but you don't sign no paperwork with that man, and you do not give him children, because he will use all of that to be able to tear you down, to be able to take from you financially. It doesn't work the same for us. So at the end of the day, like anytime a woman goes all out financially for a man, that man is going to embarrass her. He's going to make a fool out of that woman. It doesn't work the same when a woman spends money on a man. It's not, we were not created to be the financial providers of them. And every time you go all out for a man to try to help this man, to try to do for him financially, that man will end up betraying you. He will have you out here looking like a fool. Money doesn't work the same for women as it does for men. That's it. That's all. When y'all gonna learn? It ain't got nothing to do with, oh, you ain't got it. Let me just tell you this. What I've learned in this 49 years of life that I've been living is that no matter how good you try to be to a man, if that man does not have way more than you, he's gonna be envious of you, jealous of you, and eventually resent you. And that resentment will lead him to betray you. So I'd rather keep my money in my pocket. I mean, I don't know how many other women have to go through the same thing for those of us who are, getting our bread and getting our paper, to finally understand that nobody is an exception to the rule. If you out earn a man, he's going to feel some kind of way about you. It's going to cause him to have resentment.
Very interesting. All right. But before we get into that, you know what I'm saying? We are back.
Yes.
We took some time off. We apologize for those who are following us. We appreciate you. We love you very much. All right. So we just had to come back on board after, dusting ourselves off. I wasn't feeling good for a while. My wife ended up catching the virus that I had. You know what I'm saying? So we walk around here coughing with the flu, and just getting through this rough winter, or coming into this rough winter.
Yes.
So there's a lot of nasty stuff going around. So our prayers is for those who have catching the virus as well. I hope you get better and soon. So you could do what you do best and love to do. All right. Yeah. All right. So what do you think about this video? This is something else, right?
It's I feel like where she coming from, everything that she's saying may not be all the way accurate. It depends off of who you're with, what man you're with, what woman you're with. Not every man, just because they don't make the same amount of money as that woman, would have that low self-esteem to the point where as though he has to not feel like he's himself or a man, period. And as far as a woman that makes more money than a man, is not all about making money and who makes more money than the other person. If you trying to be in a relationship with somebody, or you trying to get married to somebody, it's not about that. When you come to the table and you trying to bring a family into this into your family, is more so of bringing forth you guys coming together, bringing forth like, okay, granted, you make more money than me, but oh well.
Okay.
It's more so of just trying to make sure you guys are trying to make sure your family is financially stable, or if not financially stable, then cared for properly. So I mean, it depends.
Right. I mean, so when we go into the dating phase. I'm sorry, the
Hmm.
dating phase of things. You know, so what type of questions are we asking here? Like, are we asking this this person? I'm going to say, because of this video, let's talk about women, right?
Hmm.
Being the breadwinner
Okay.
in the situation here. All right, and all right. So let's say a man, he comes to the table, and
Right.
he doesn't have a job. He doesn't have any income. What do you say about that?
I mean, it's other things they can do to provide. Like he could give guidance. He can give he can help with the children.
Mm-hmm.
He can cook. If he don't know how to cook, he can learn how to cook. He can be a handyman around the house.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even help with the car or the cars. Like, it's a lot of other things that a man can contribute to, the household. And he could also lead his family by doing these things. Not every man has to have a whole bunch of money to lead his family. Like, it's just that, like, in today's society, it's like it's messed up because that's what they think it's all about. It's just like, all right, well, this man got to have a 401k and he got to be making over 50,000 or 60,000, whatever. Like, and same thing with a man. A man may say that in today's society, the younger generation that I'm talking about. Like, it's sad because they rely on all of these artists and stuff like that. They compare themselves, what I'm trying to say, they compare themselves to artists, like, just like she said, look at Mary J. Blige and all the other people. You can't compare yourself to them because you don't have Mary J. Blige money. Like,
Right.
you don't have that. So don't compare yourself to these people. You got to compare yourself to a scenario that you have been through. Can't just,
Personally,
yeah,
a
personally
personal.
been through.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, people do that today, and it's like, why are you comparing yourself? Why are we, as in regular people, comparing ourselves to celebrities? We don't have celebrity money.
Right.
Period.
Right.
So that's just annoying. I hate that part. Like,
Yeah.
just like, okay.
Well, one thing I didn't hear her say was, you know, don't get with nobody, or don't marry somebody that doesn't love you.
Right.
I didn't hear that. This new generation is scary. Very scary. Um, I would hate, for us to go through something that had to come back out here in the world to find love. It I don't. It seems like no one's really looking for that.
Right.
Both individuals would have to be broke. You know what I'm saying? Not really had nothing going on in order to find it. You know what I'm
True.
saying? The more you make, um, the more you break. It seemed like, in terms of, looking for love. It's like they're not looking for love. They're just looking for a business partner.
Right.
Uh, a co, a a co companion, right?
Yeah.
Um, who shares the same values, and are into the same hobbies and same interests, I should say. Period. and that's it. Love has nothing to do with it. It's all about. It's just about just I don't know, just if I like you or I don't know, like it's just about money. I guess
Yeah,
it's all
it's
about
about
money.
money, but it's also about like you know how like they always say like they looking for friends with benefits. That's what it's like.
Yeah,
Like it's more so like of that. It's not more so if they want to be married or settle down. Like you know, and it's crazy.
yeah. It sounds more like a vicious chess match. You know what I'm saying? It's like you make your move, make my move. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I'm and you know what I'm saying I'm gonna take you out. So if you ain't on game, I'm gonna take you out of here. You know, it's like scary. Who the heck wanna be in a relationship like that?
Right.
It's like it almost make you not want to have money. It's like
Yeah.
and people that makes money or get money, they'd be the first to say that people who say money is evil or people who don't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And maybe have they considered that maybe it's that people don't want to have it based on these type of acknowledges. You know what I'm saying? Like these type of
Mhm.
videos that are being made. Like if that's her life, if that's the life of having money, then I don't want it. I don't want it. I mean, I want. I mean, I would like to have just enough. Put it that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like to have more than what I need, it just seems like a bitter life.
I mean, yeah, you could definitely say that. Because, I mean, the more money, more problems.
Like Biggie said.
Yes, for real. It's like, we don't know, like, just because what we see, like, the celebrities do, like, on TV, they got money. But behind closed doors, they probably real life struggling. Look at the taxes that they got to pay. Like, look at
Hmm.
all of the things that they got to buy just to keep up with the Joneses. Like, that's a lot of stuff to be going through. Like you gotta pay managers, you gotta pay directors, you gotta pay lawyers, you gotta pay this, you gotta pay that, and you costing your whole arm, leg, body, and face just to keep up with this stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous.
It's almost like you got to pay your way to be rich and famous,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Because didn't Terrence Crawford, then he just retired from boxing, and he retired because he had to pay I believe the WBC $300,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like a sanction fee, to keep his belt. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that was just sickening. I was like, man, that's the price of the house I wanted. I mean, like wow, like because already got to pay managers and pay back money he may have borrowed. I mean, like prior leading up to the fight. You know what I'm saying? What he got to pay what his coach or his trainer, uh, his cut man, whatever. If his coach don't do both things, uh, he got to pay his managers a fee. Um, and taxes. Let's not forget tax, like you said. Let's not forget taxes. They want about half of what you made. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? On that level, on that scale. So it's crazy. You know what I mean? Um, it's just like you know, um, it's really hard to find love when you. I guess when you on top, it's hard to find love. I guess that's what she's trying to say.
Right.
But she's making it like, okay, a man can get away with this, but all the things I heard her say is what most men are complaining about. Even the ones who don't have a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess what she's saying is we're good for the abuse, or we're good at handling all the abuse, and women are not built for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause men get
Take advantage of.
take advantage, or they get taken to court. Like some women come away with half of the money or half the business. These things are talked about a lot. It's very popularized, um, in terms of men getting done dirty. But you know, and we say this a lot. Women, this getting money thing and this having this mindset is very masculine.
Yeah.
And we said that in one of the previous videos that we did. Okay, where the woman was on a pop the balloon or find love, and she came on very masculine to the
Yes.
gentleman, and the gentleman was like he wasn't really feeling her because of that. You know what I'm saying? And she just had that dog in her. She had that dog, that dog in her. You know what I mean? So she's ready to bite. She had that dog in her.
You know what?
And yeah, and I mean, like when they going out to get this money, they got that dog in them. You know what I'm saying? So that's just maybe that's just the type of men that they attract.
That could be. That's definitely a possibility. I mean, they say what's the old saying? You are what you attract.
I mean, yeah, I mean, cause listen, cause if you about that money like a prostitute, you gonna date pimps. You gonna attract pimps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna attract the pretty boys, cause that's what they like when they got that money and they wearing the Chanel and all that and the Louis and the Gucci. You know what I'm saying? You know, they want the pretty boy. They want the pretty boy, you know what I mean? Slick back hair, you know what I mean? Braids or whatever, tightly, neatly done. Nigga get, who knows, he probably get his nails done. Like, got the clear fingernail polish and all that. You know what I'm saying? Toes done. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Built, I mean, who knows, if he hit the gym, most of them hit the gym, they got the little built body so they could get that attraction.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And they be like, well, I got money and I'm clean now and I'm getting it. So I deserve him. All right. So what you deserve is a pimp. You know what I'm saying? See, she don't, you know what I mean? Like, look, hey, you get what you attract.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy though. Like how, you know, how women promote, or women and men promote this thing like, hey, don't get with a chick that make lesser money than you, because she gonna give you hell to pay throughout your whole entire relationship or marriage. That's not always accurate.
Yeah, it isn't.
That's not always accurate.
Yeah,
it depends on the person you pay.
Right, because what about the movie? I know it's just a movie, but there gotta be some crazy ones out there too. What about the movie that Martin Lawrence was on? Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he was dating the bro. What was her name? I forgot her name.
I forgot her name on the movie.
Yeah, I forgot her name. It's not all. Sorry, y'all. It's not on top of my head. But anyway, you know, and she was rich. You know what I mean?
Right. She had it all.
And she killed her last husband and was in the process of killing Martin too. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the woman he wanted to be with.
And he ain't have a job. He had a side hustle.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I mean, look, that's definitely, you know, what we trying to say here is that movie is definitely based off a real life scenario that happens. Like, you know, you could have nothing and you still wind up finding somebody with, you know, that type of money that you may run across. Like, I mean, but you know, I just hate the simple fact that women and men like to promote these things. Like, I don't want no chick that don't make as much money as me, because I guess they downplaying them, or they downplaying them.
Well, they want to keep their money. That's really what it is. It's like I want to keep what I earn.
Right.
And I mean, I don't want to spend what I earn on you, or I don't want to potentially lose what I earn on you. You know what I mean? You come to the table, you know what I'm saying, with something equivalent or more. You know what I'm saying? So I can hold on my money, or just spend your money and hold on my money. You know what I mean? That's really what it be. You know what I'm saying? But again, we not into finding love though. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a scary thing coming out here to date in this world. It's crazy. I mean, you know, you got to turn to God, you know, on this one, you know, to find it. you gotta ask God, hey, you gotta sincerely in your heart want love. But what we understand and what we get from this is that, and be careful, because most people don't want love.
Right.
They
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? They want something like material. They want something flashy. They want something flushy. You know what I mean? They might just want to hit that. For those don't know what that means, they might just want to have sex. They, you know what I mean? They might just want to have fun. They might just want to floss.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you gotta figure out what people really want. And I think like in the dating stage is the most crucial stage. And don't be afraid to ask questions. You know what I mean? If they think you're asking too many questions, that's a red flag. Let them go. You know what I mean? But these are things you want to ask, like these things you want to know, like, cause I'm sure that woman going, do you got a job? How much, and she may not ask you how much you make, and she based on what you say, she gonna in the back of her mind, she gonna go through that pay range or that pay scale of that position or that title that you gave her or that industry that you're in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, okay. Plumber, maybe like 30, 60,000 a year. Nah, it ain't enough for me. You know what I mean? Or, oh, you got your own business. How was it popping? How how good is the sales? Okay, maybe 6-figure guy. You know what I mean? They know these things. You know what I'm saying? So like on the gentleman side of that, you know what I'm saying? You want to pay attention to what type of questions that she's asking. I mean, that'll tell you a lot more about her. And most people do these things. And then when, it goes to the next step, which is most likely the bedroom, then it's like, if that part is slamming, goddamming, you know what I'm saying? Then that's how they get hooked. You know what I mean? Right. And then all logic goes out the window. Whatever questions they were asking, whatever notes they were jotting down, it goes out the window. They burn it with fire and throw it in a wastebasket. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then now they just like, okay, I'm in love with this person now. And then when if that other person is still on date mode, you know what I'm saying? And remember all the dumb questions that was asked and realize, oh, this person wasn't looking for love from the rip. You know what I mean? Then they end up doing them, stepping off or doing something crazy. Then they be wondering why that happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go into the dating phase, it's important to, decide like, okay, what am I really looking for? Am I really looking for love, or am I looking just for somebody to just have fun with it, or fun with, or the floss with? So keep that in mind, and remember what you said.
Right.
And remember what you asked.
So when do you think is the appropriate? When do you think is an appropriate time to ask someone in the dating phases or stages if they got how much money they make?
Well, that's a great question. You know what I'm saying? I think that will come into play if the conversation gets as far as y'all talking about like getting more serious, like moving in with one another, maybe. Or y'all talking about marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, and and you like, hey, I want to take it there with you. You know what I'm saying? How can I do that? You know what I'm saying? And then those are the most appropriate times where it's less offensive to the other person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that makes sense. Because now we're talking about like sharing worlds.
Right.
I think like in today's society, we move too fast, and we expect people to be okay with that. without their permission. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we just assume that people shouldn't take things this way or that way. Okay?
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yep. So we think we shouldn't take things this way or that way. But you know, that's kind of automatic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, when we talking about like moving in together and starting a family, yeah, then that's not offensive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because then based on what their answers is, then you can like also give input on whether or not you think that's going to work for you. Yeah, and so that will conclude our video for today. And we hope you enjoyed. We want to know what you think about the video. Give us, you know, your thoughts on it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Absolutely.
Next time. Pop the balloon will find love. And she came on very masculine to the
Yes.
gentleman, and the gentleman was like he wasn't really feeling her because of that. You know what I'm saying? And she just had that dog in her. She had that dog in her.